Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to go over some basic functions that'll be helpful when you're choosing to use an iPad and LumaFusion to create your projection show. I will cover how to apply dynamic trimming if it's something you would like to use, which creates a pretty cool custom light effect. I will also cover how you can use some of the really cool color and design functions while using the basic green screen key. This way your workflow can be a lot faster and you don't have to spend too much time looking for files that are specific in design and color. Once you have created your map, you will want to identify what areas you want to target for your dynamic trimming or lighting effect by applying a different color to these areas. Any color can be used as long as it is very different than the entire house. In my case, I started with the green background for the entire mapping image and then decided to use yellow to identify those particular areas. Feel free to use the pen tool to color in all the areas needed, or if it helps in some very critical areas, you can use the line tool to make sure you get straight and crisp lines. What you are doing in this process is basically targeting the areas that you will be filtering in LumaFusion so that you can add whatever you want in that particular layer, and it helps reduce a lot of time and work. While you're doing this step, you can also mask with black rectangles and using a pen tool to block the areas where you don't want to spill your projection. Using black is as close as transparent as you will get with projection, and it's a common technique to use to create a perfect projection mapping effect. Once you are done, you can then save this file to have it ready to open in LumaFusion again. In LumaFusion, you will use the Edit tool and then the Color and Effects feature to locate the green screen key functions. As you can see, it immediately removes the green from the house and it made it transparent. What I like about this feature is that it's not only meant for green, rather you can use this key color feature to select the actual color that you would like to remove from your layer. In this case, we will target the yellow. We're now ready to bring in any kind of media that you want to display under that particular layer, and any media will do. In my example, I'm using this funky blue, white, and red light effects to apply it in a specific area of the house. As you can see in this example, I want this light effect behind a house, so I placed it in the layer below. You will see that you can stack multiple layers and get really creative with more media that you can apply to create really cool effects. In the Edit tool, you will find a frame and fit function which allows you to crop and resize or even move that video to anywhere you want to display it on your screen. This comes in helpful in case you want to add multiple videos or media in that same layer, but you want to spread them around. And now I will show you how to change the color and effects of the same file depending on the theme you are targeting. This means that you can still reuse the same media and just change the color and design to match your overall theme. This comes in handy as you don't want to have to spend a lot of time on the internet trying to find specific colors and light designs to match your theme. In my example, I'm also showing you how to change the pattern and design of the light effect video that I'm using. I've been able to create some pretty unique custom light effects with this tool to the point where people think I'm using actual lights on my house to create these cool light effects. Once you are happy with how you want your trim to be shown with these light effects, you can now save this file as you can move on to the next step, which is the main body of the house. Although if you want a very basic design, you can just add it to this show in a different layer and be done with it. You will now open up the file that you were working with, and now you will notice that it's all in one layer, and you could now target removing the areas in green from the main body of the house. You will notice that in my mapping, I have the windows in white, since I was targeting that area to always stay white. But if it's something that you also want to project onto, you can also use a green screen key to create another layer to work with. You can now add in any media you want under that particular layer, which will be in the main body of the house and probably the best part of your show. In my example, I'm using a video of a tree, which I really liked, and multiplied it to cover more area and created a really neat background effect. I apologize for making this a very lengthy and wordy video, but I wanted to cover some very specific details. This will help your workflow be faster and more efficient so you can make more unique shows. Feel free to leave any questions or feedback in the comment section. If you found this helpful, consider sharing, liking, and subscribing to my channel, as I will have more tutorials that are helpful when using an iPad to create your map and projection show. Thank you guys for watching.